Fellow Guyanese, today marks that fateful day on the 2nd of March 2020 when you turned out in your numbers at the polls in our national elections and elected a government of your choice. I remain grateful today to all those who supported the People's Progressive Party Civic, to all those who worked tremendously hard in ensuring our government was elected, and in so doing, ensuring that I became President of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana. I remain humbled by the confidence you reposed in me, by the confidence you repose in the People's Progressive Party Civic, to provide leadership to this country, to return hope, to rebuild our economy, to strengthen our systems, to advance the economic expansion of our country, to modernize our systems, to invest in our infrastructure, to diversify our economy, and to build a strong and prosperous future for every Guyanese. This journey that we embarked on has not been an easy one. Whilst we have achieved more than we have planned, exceeding the commitments we made in the manifesto, none of this should be taken for granted. You will recall that even after having won the elections, it took us 5 months of struggle to uproot the undemocratic forces that were hell-bent on stealing the elections, stealing your votes, destabilizing our country, and by all means taking the seats of government by fraudulent means. Notwithstanding their attempts, the Guyanese people banded together in a singular voice, ensuring that our democracy was kept intact, ensuring that the evil forces that tried to dismantle the rule of law did not win. To all those Guyanese who participated in this historic, heroic, patriotic, and nationalistic value of standing up for democracy and securing democracy, once again today, I salute you and I thank you for your service. Those 5 months were particularly difficult. It shows how fragile our democracy was. It showed how hell-bent the APNU-AFC coalition was on stealing the greatest democratic value of citizenship, that is the right to elect a government of your choice. We did not allow them then and will not allow them ever again. Recently, you have seen one of the key advisors of the APNU-AFC, a leading member of the APNU-AFC, and a man who has publicly aligned himself with the value system of the APNU-AFC, making a public statement, even in this age and time, and even after all that we went through, that that outfit should continue in its value system of rigging elections and by any means assuming office. This would never happen again in the history of our country, because we, the people of this country, would never allow it to happen. Democracy and the rule of law is the foundation through which we stand. Fellow Guyanese, in assuming office, we struggled for 2 years in a COVID environment. Coming into office after a government would have spent billions of dollars on a COVID hospital, yet we met a shell, an incomplete shell, with no oxygen lines, no beds, nothing that resembles a hospital. Within weeks, we made that facility functional, working 24 hours around the clock. And in so doing, kept our economy open, saved more than 73,000 lives. Those are persons who were able to help to recover from COVID, with about just over 75,000 cases, with 1,300 deaths. Once again, remember those who would have lost. And I thank again our health workers and all in our society, the members of the cabinet, and all those who worked tremendously hard in ensuring that we overcame that dreadful period. Whilst we did this, still within the first 100 days of office, we removed the more than 200 burdensome taxes and license fees that was imposed upon the backs of the people of this country. We returned thousands of workers back to work. We reopened and rebuilt the mining sector. We reinvested in agriculture, reinvesting in drainage and irrigation, building back our productive capacity and capability. We inspired confidence, brought back the bauxite industry, creating thousands of jobs. That is the government you elected. In the battle of COVID, we still had politically driven instigation to destabilize our path on development, our path to progress and prosperity. In those years, you will recall too, that almost all our regions were affected by major floods. We brought relief and benefit to tens of thousands of Guyanese all across the country. We reinvested in agriculture and built back from those 2 major floods. Today, as part of the challenge that we face, we now confront the El Nino situation that again affects productivity, not only in agriculture, but also in the mining sector. These challenges did not deter our efforts or slow down our path towards progress and prosperity. The economic transformation of our country is visible everywhere. The social transformation of our people, improved conditions for health services, improved facilities for health care, improved educational facilities, more direct transfer to our pensioners, to our school children, to our teachers, to our farmers, to our public servants, to the vulnerable in our society, to those living with disability. We've increased by leaps and bounds the direct transfer and support for each segment of this population. We have inspired hope. We are expanding our infrastructure, fortifying our economic pillars, pushing the diversification of our economy, expanding our housing program, building bridges, opening up opportunities, investing in a human transformation. Almost 30,000 persons on scholarship and right on the path of having free university education and the cost of energy reducing by more than 50%. We have delivered on every single promise we made in the manifesto. We have delivered on every single commitment we made to the Guyanese people. We have improved mortality rates. We've improved life expectancy. We've improved pensions. We've improved social services. We've improved educational services. We've invested in the hinterland. We've invested in the indigenous people of our country. We have brought back the thousands of jobs that was taken away from the CSOs. We are expanding livelihood options for every community across our country. We are building a prosperous future for every Guyanese. Notwithstanding all the challenges we had, notwithstanding all the challenges we overcame, we are steadfast on this journey of building a strong, resilient, and sustainable Guyana. A Guyana in a world 2030 and beyond that will be a model of economic growth, a model of sustainable development, a model and a leader in the area of climate change, focusing on forests, an important player in the energy matrix of the world, a leading player in the energy matrix of this region, and a leading player, if not the leader, in the food and nutrition matrix of this region, and definitely an integral partner in the food and security matrix globally. We will be, by that time, a country with an advanced governance system that is built on the best possible technology, with efficiency, reliability, transparency being the hallmark of this system. Moving towards digitization and the modernization of our laws and legal system to withstand scrutiny, to reduce biases, to improve efficiency, and to deliver a higher quality of legal and justice services. This is the Guyana we are building. Today, I am not going to go over all the progress that we have made. We have continuously, from every corner of this country, there is evidence of the progress we have made as a people and as a country. And I thank every one of you who every day wake up and join us on this journey of building a better Guyana, on this journey of creating a prosperous Guyana for all the people of our country. And I would not end without addressing the challenge that we face in relation to our teachers. Let me be clear, lucidly clear, that the responsibility is in the hands of teachers and the union. From the time we came into office, 2 weeks after we came into office, to the 31st of January 2024, we had more than 25 meetings with our teachers, with the teaching union, the Guyana Teachers Union. Separate and apart from this, as president, I personally engage with teachers directly from every single region of this country. In these meetings with the union, 30 out of their 41 requests, 30 out of the 41 requests made by the union was fulfilled. Apart from the 30, 28 additional non-requested benefits were implemented by the government and the Ministry of Education. If we are to be a democratic society, a law-abiding society, a society that stands on the pillar of justice, a society that stands on the pillar of fairness and honesty, then we have to be faithful to the institutions of our society. On the last meeting with the Ministry of Education and the GTU, the next meeting was programmed and planned. Before that meeting was called, the GTU decided to go on a strike. A process was underway. A system was underway. And the authority that is vested with determining the actions of the teachers, that is the chief labor officer, made it lucidly clear that the actions advanced by the teachers were in breach of the procedure that was in place. That there was an existing modality underway when the teachers walk away from that modality. And this is the point that we are making consistently. That the meetings that were planned must be allowed to continue. And that is where issues relating to the welfare of teachers will continue to be discussed. But those who are aligned with the leadership of the GTU allowed political directive to supersede the natural course of things. Allow political directives to influence their behavior. Notwithstanding that, the Ministry of Education has consistently made it clear that the union should have the teachers return to work and proceed back to the meetings that were planned and the procedures that were planned. What is so difficult with this? What is so difficult with this? Unless, as we believe, there is a hidden hand. Unless there is a hidden motive. Well, it is not so hidden. Because you see those who are advancing this. You see the behavior. We are one with our teachers. We will consistently work for the best possible benefit to our teachers. But we cannot be bullied. We cannot be politically bullied. There is a system. There was an ongoing process. You cannot return to that process under duress. If the union is serious about returning to the process, then they will walk back their missteps and have the teachers back in school and proceed back to the process that was on the way. My dear friends, this government is working towards the best possible outcome for every citizen. Our pensioners, our children, our farmers, our public servants, our teachers, our sugar industry workers, our bauxite workers. We are working on a comprehensive, holistic mechanism through which every single worker, every single family will have the best possible life in this country. We are working on empowering the private sector. creating opportunities for wealth creation and expansion in the private sector. We are working on an agenda to bridge this country, remove the divide, consolidate our unity, and pushing us upward and forward under the umbrella of One Guyana. That is the only ambition of this government. That is the only ambition of this president. And I stand and remain faithfully committed to the prosperity of the people of this country. On this significant day, when I humbly reaffirm my commitment and faith in you, the Guyanese people. When I recall with great humility all those who turned up in their numbers and supported the People's Progressive Party Civic, not to govern only for those who supported us or who voted for us, but supported us to govern in the best interest of every Guyanese and all of Guyana. And that is what we have endeavored to do, and that is what we are committed to. Today, I reflect with admiration, strength of character, and honor in my heart for all those who stood up and ensuring our country remains a democratic society. I recall our external partners who played a key and critical role in securing the democracy of Guyana and securing the rule of law. I thank you and God bless you.